All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, rule well and teach well. Shalom to those who feel like men that scattered abroad, pushing this truth without sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And also shalom to your very few sincere sisters, right? They're taking heat and getting in order in these last days. I'm your brother. I'm one country, the quick lesson, low and it's edifying, right? And And it's really a uplifting, lesson, comfort lesson, because over this past, couple of days, article came out with the U.S. right in regards to them going over and invading in Venezuela, right? So it's the New York Post, and it says U.S. used powerful mystery weapon, that brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees during Maduro raid. Witness account. So with that being said, we know that Esau had this goes to show that he has that sword. He was blessed with that sword, man. And when he come in with great wrath, the Lord, man, the Lord has to help us out, man. Because he got that shit, man. Pretty much inside the article, pretty much they're letting you know that they took down hundreds of people with just a small group of people, Matter of fact, let's jump into it a little bit. Washington, the U.S. used a powerful mystery weapon that brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees, bleeding through their nose and vomiting during the daring raid to capture dictator Nicolas Maduro, according to a witness account posted Saturday on X, right, formerly Twitter, by the Witness House press secretary. In a jaw-dropping interview, the guard described how American forces wiped out hundreds of fighters without losing a single soldier, using technology unlike anything he has ever seen or heard. See, and this the balance too. This is why we know that the Lord's going to intervene for us, man. Because we can't take on Esau, man. We can't take on to them weapons that he got. We were on guard, but suddenly all of our radar systems shut down without any explanation. The guard said, right? He coming in like a thief. He coming in taking shit. Hey, the thief coming out but to kill, steal, and destroy. John 10 and 10. The next thing we saw were drones, a lot of drones, flying over our positions. We didn't know how to react. See? And you think that the Lord is not going to intervene for us? No, the Lord going to have to intervene, man, because we're going to need help. It's more on it, but I'm going to just, stop right there because that's what I really want just to bring out. All right, and I'm just trying to add the balance to it with the scriptures, right? Because, as Esau finna come down with great wrath, this is Yahweh Shah finna come in and help us out, man. Right? Matter of fact, I start off in the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and 1. Right? At that time, Daniel 12 and 1, the time of the end. Right? That's the sermon as well. It says, at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which stand up for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book, right? So, even the elect, the elect is finna definitely get that help from Michael, right? The archangel, especially inside these times to come. Like as the man said inside the article, right? They seen shit that they ain't never saw before. Niggas vomiting on themselves, bleeding out through their ears and shit. That ain't normal. That ain't normal artillery that they used to seeing. But Chris talk about how technology, technology increases, and with that time of high technology has been increased, right? So from there, let me jump to the book of I think it's Psalm 17. Just proving the point. Esau is that sword. If I can. Psalm 17, which is thy sword. Right, and 13. I'm going to grab inside Genesis as well. It says, Psalm 17, verse 13, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, right, Esau, Edom, which is thy sword, right, because he is that sword. He gave that blessing to Esau, and through this article, right, let's see if I can jump back to it without messing up. See? In this article, what it says, he said, in a jaw-dropping interview, the guard described how American forces wiped out hundreds of fighters without losing a single soldier. Matter of fact, let me go to the top, the first one. The U.S. used a powerful mystery weapon that brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees, bleeding through their nose and vomiting blood. See, this is the sword. This is what he's doing behind the scenes. He's setting, making that sword real sharp, man. You know, so hey, this, and we know that he's gonna come down with great wrath, right? Matter of fact, I was gonna get that blessing, but I'm gonna just keep going. Let me hit the book of Revelation 12:12. You know, cause hey, the Lord is definitely gonna be with us, man. We ain't got nothing to worry about, but we definitely gotta be aware of what's going on. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down to you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And this is just Esau flexing right now. This ain't even full fledged yet, and he already bringing out shit that we ain't never seen before. So how much more when shit really hit the fan and he really got to turn the wheels harder for this NWO to get off the ground, you know? But just best believe that he's coming down with that great wrath, and you seen a little bit of it, right? And it's funny because he did that with he took down hundreds of soldiers with his carnal things. How much more the men of the Lord when the Lord intervened for us on our behalf? You know, he said because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. You know, so when the Lord gives us that spiritual power, hey, it's gonna be up, man. It's gonna be up. Matter of fact, and just to add on to it, this is the book of Proverbs 91. Psalms 91, so like you. Psalms 91 and verse sound. Right? We didn't have nothing to worry about because we're gonna be putting these folks to flight. That's what I was thinking about. Slacky 1,091. Psalm 91 the sound. Yeah, 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. That's not the one I was looking for, about the one we should put 10,000 to flight. But even on his behalf as well, right? Right, the one that had the Lord's elect, right? Hey, they're gonna fall at our sides, man. But it won't come nigh thee. The Lord gonna make sure we have we'll starting up at the top. We're gonna be in the Lord's feathers, man. We're gonna be in the Lord's arms, so we ain't got to worry about it. Right, but we will be in the mix, like it states in the book of Jeremiah 30:7, right? So let me go to the book of and I'm probably close out in that book of Isaiah 54, but this is Isaiah 41. Hey man, call all you how about me outside. Hey, Lord, so he gonna work inside our days, man. Right, we're not here prophesying, telling this man ready to come down with great wrath. Right, he gonna make sure the elect's straight. You got people that's coming against it. He got to prove all of that wrong, man. This is the book of Isaiah 41. And I start at 14. 13. For I, the Lord, thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not. Right? I will help thee. And that's the mindset we have to be in. The Lord's going to help us inside these times, man. No ifs and buts about it. Right? And with that being said, let me get another precept in the book of Sirach 2:10, just to add on to that point. He will help us, man. Come on, man. This is Sirach 2. I'm trying to make this fast as possible for this lunch break. In verse 10, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord was confounded? See, we ready for the Lord to work those miracles in these days, man. Esau finna come up on a high level on the left-hand side. How about Shemashah finna come up on the right-hand side, right, and give us those spiritual powers, man, to help ourselves out, right, to help us out. It says, did ever any trust in the Lord was confounded, or did any abide in his fear was forsaken, or whom did he ever despise that called upon him, right? And that's going to be the Lord's signal to come help us, because why? We can't defend ourselves, man. We need help, right? He just said, hey, we're worms, right? Like it says in verse 14. Isaiah 41:14. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, right? And we look at a worm is defenseless. He can't defend himself if he wanted to. Same thing as us, man. We can't defend ourselves, right? Because this man blessing is a sword. You're going to do so much to Esau, right? Until he go into his bag and start bringing out some big shit on you, But that's why we're going to trust in Yahweh Shemi Shah, to help us out in those times. Fear not thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument. See, that's some spiritual powers kicking in. Having teeth, thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, right? These nations, right? Give them folks the belt, man, and shall make the hills as chaff, right? They shall fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and shalt glory in the Holy One of Israel. Right, that's the beauty of it, right? You can calling out Yahweh Shem Yahweh, shout the water, for giving me the spiritual power to, hey, put belt to ass, man. You know, seeing me worthy to help, you know, on this last fight. You know, it says, "Fear not thou worm Jacob," and that should be point blank right there. You know, right? Let me close out in the book of Isaiah 54, Shalakia. The Lord willing, this is edifying, and Shalakia, if it just sound rushed and quick, just wanted to get this done for a lunch break lesson. This is Isaiah 54 and verse 17 as well. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. Right? We know that he's finna come down using these new technology weapons. You know, it's not going to prosper against us, man. Right? Matter of fact, let's read out the NLT. It says, but in that coming day, no weapon turned against you will succeed. See, because that's the Lord going to put that spiritual power upon us, man. No, whoever to stand in that day. You will silence every voice raised up to accuse you. These benefits are enjoyed by the servants of the Lord. Their vindication will come from me. I, the Lord, have spoken. Right? This is what I wanted, and I'm going to close out with that. This is the book of Isaiah 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. Right? That's what he's about to do real soon, man. Right? We one black swan event away. Right? So definitely be on your post. It says, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. See? They're going to lift up a standard. Right? Let's go to the, is it interlinear? And let's go to for the standard, what the standard is. Right? And so in that standard goes into it to flee, to escape, to take flight, to disappear, right? To fly, to the attack on horseback, right? So the Lord can put the Spirit upon us to put to flight, right? So pretty much the Lord can put the Spirit on us to however he has to either fight back, disappear, hide, you know. But when this man comes down with that rap and these new gadgets, right? We're gonna be able to stand in that day, man. That's the time the Lord's gonna what? Give us the spiritual power to battle against, you know, Esau Edom and his new technology. You know, so we really don't have nothing to worry about. He done gave us the whole playbook, man. It's just the comfort. You know, in the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, you know, say comfort one another with these words, man, because we don't have nothing to worry about, man. We really don't. You know, just sit back and just wait for the Lord to give us the green light. You know, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Crocodiles, and on to the next one. Shalom.